why do the big tours don't work, and why does I mean, it's hard for a woman to see you as a capable man when you're on a gravy train with a bunch of, I mean, you look like a Boy Scouts, you know? Age gaps. Everybody wants to be 60 years old and get a trophy wife that's 30 or 35 or 25 or whatever.
I'm already accused internationally to be crazy about the age gaps.
Crazy against it or crazy
against? Crazy against.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's true. But that's how it works.
Yeah, we know that.
But nobody wants to listen to the truth.
What is a normal age gap?
20. The normal age gap have to be in about which is the age of the persons we are talking about.
Exactly. Let's say
because if she's 20, he can be maximum 40, and is already a
stretch.
A stretch.
A super stretch.
But if she's 50, if the guy is 50 and she's 30, there's no problem here because we are dealing with two mature persons, completely different. When the woman is 30, she already knows what life is. For sure, maybe she's divorced if she's trying to find a husband again. For sure, maybe she have a kid. She have to work, surely, to have money to survive. So when she thinks about the future, she thinks about the future based on her reality and her experience past. When we speak about the same woman, but she's 20, she went out from the university, she's dreaming everything pink, and she will not submit to those 20 or 25 years. If she will, it is already a swampy story. It happens. I know people that can be happy and gave proofs of that, but that is an exception, is not a rule. So, and if we pick up on this example and make this example like happen to me, happen to everyone, that is already misleading advertisement, because exceptions are not rules.
Well, to me, that gets into a whole nother issue with this is, and I've seen this a bunch of times now because I've lived here for a little over 6 months now, is girls that will get into a relationship that aren't so much in love but are completely desperate just to get out of Ukraine, who are in a horrible living situation. Right. And they're not truly in love, but they're happy to get married. And these are the girls, and there's videos on YouTube where you can see this. A guy will ask his wife, you know, if something happened to me, would you go back to Ukraine, or when are you going back to Ukraine? These girls never want to go back to Ukraine. And to me, right away, that's a red flag. Like, why not? Because I know Oksana, like, there's already tensions about how often are we going to be coming back to Ukraine, because her mother and father would die if she wasn't here every couple of months. So to me, that's already kind of that's kind of interesting.
But so it's an interesting point. But let's see, if we think well, we can understand that very fast. It's on the Bible, happy the ignorance. If you don't know, you don't anger to have. You are happy, like all people are happy on their mediocrity, celebrity, doesn't matter. We are happy in our reality, okay? So if I don't know how Cancun looks like, I don't want to go there because I don't know. So I don't have the anxiety to go anywhere. So when we find a girl that is desperately willing to go out and measuring how much you can propose, point number one, if she desires so much, she already knows. If she already knows, somebody took before you. And so she wants to keep on what she started before. So her goal is not the husband, because for that she would not care about where you live, how much you have. Okay? The goal is to pick up that tiny narcotic that somebody gave to her before. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Because the good things that you as a man can do for a woman, it's very simple. And for example, you carry it here. You gave this for life to your woman, not an iPad.
Absolutely.
What is more value? You understand that?
Absolutely.
The local one see that this guy commits for me for life. Even if we don't finish together, that will be with him forever. So this is something that she will appreciate much more than some gadget that tomorrow is damaged. Lucy? You are Ukrainian.
That's like that because in Ukraine, women, girls are not after your belongings, after what you can give them. They want you. They want to be with you. They want to be in your life and make you happy. That's the mistake what men make. They don't think so because
The family-centric good Ukrainians. There are scammers here,
Yes.
just like in America. We've all heard the actress who slipped her way to the top and things like this. Or girls trying to just put themselves, in a better situation. But typically, and I think it's safe to say typically, they're exactly what you're talking about. They're very family-oriented. They're dying to have a baby. All they dream about is a family.
majority is family oriented. As Tim also said before, is in smaller cities that they are like that.
Absolutely.
If you go to Kiev, Odessa, wherever, the bigger city, they are a little bit different goal oriented.
And why the goal oriented change? Because the external influence that we brought there and showed there is much better.
So this
What
is a
are you doing
cycle.
here? Oh Christ, you live in a house that doesn't have a lift? And she said, well, if I live in a house with a lift, it would be better. So from now on, I want a house with a lift. Who is going to give me the house with a lift?
I went backwards, man. I had a lift and now I don't have one.
That's funny,
You see?
dude. That's funny.
But you have other things.
Actually, on the family issue, that is an important point because I think that many genuine Ukrainian girls will want to come back at some stage. So it's a good thing to get learning Russian. Because you probably spend a lot
Ukrainian
of time
girls,
here,
they always want to come back when they are family oriented. They
Yes.
care about their family more than anything. And they don't want you to just live with you and forget about it
Right,
forever.
so-
They want to come back, they want to see their family, they want still to be a part of it here.
I can say that. I can say that after living away and a lot of years of marriage, that now is a key thing that's come up for us. Coming back here, staying with the family. This guy, especially when you have kids. When you have kids, it's game over. You're gonna have to come back. So,
And you see,
spend a lot
I
of
don't
time
use
here.
my example as an advertisement issue
Yeah.
because I consider myself, like I was saying before, an exception, not a rule. Because when I met my wife, I had the conversation. All is okay, but I will never get out from Ukraine. So I live here for almost 7 years, not even going out. I go home, visit the family, and come. I am the one that goes out and come back because she doesn't want to leave because of family issues, and I understand perfectly the reasons.
Yeah.
It's something that we would never have back home.
How are men viewed here different to how they're viewed in the United States? That's an interesting point. And I was having a funny conversation with this guy in Kiev right before I left, and I was telling you about it. I think that Justin, you were there too. If we could all go back in time to be at the peak of our life, right when we were coming out of the gate, let's say 29 years old, just graduated college, scuba instructor, whatever you were, you were young, you were in shape, you had your whole future in front of you, you didn't have a divorce, you didn't have children, you didn't have a bankruptcy, you didn't have a failed business, whatever this case was, what are you worth? Like in a dollar, like 85 cents, 90 cents, 75 cents, whatever you're worth, right? And then 10 years go by, or 15 years go by, or 20 years go by, and you have a failed business, you have a divorce, something happens to you, and you find yourself single again. So now you're 43 years old, you're single again, and you got in the dating scene. How much are you worth? 45 cents, 53 cents. It depends, right?
Yeah.
And then you come to a place like Ukraine, and as long as you're a good guy and you can bring a good living and everything else, you do get a little bit of a lift there because they're looking for people who are capable and good guys and everything else. And maybe you go back up to 80 cents or 90 cents. And I know this is a little superficial because we're talking about league and age and the animal kingdom, but that's what fuels a lot of guys to come here in the first place. Because if they were happy at home, they'd never come here in the first place.
Yes.
So what am I? Am I about 70 cents? 80 cents? Be nice to me, Lucy.
What I noticed is that you came here with an open heart, and people who come with open heart, they are always successful. When they don't want something beyond the horizon, when they're realistic and then when they see what they want and they grab it and go on with that, then they will succeed.
In all fairness, I had a crease in my heart, but it was Lucy and Alex that opened it up a little bit more, and I needed that. I really did. So.
I'd like now to take a moment and Lucy tell the story she told you and I in your car about the perfect man and the perfect wife.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah. It was a really cool story.
So a man was looking for a perfect woman, and he met one woman, and he found something in her that he decided to keep on. So he met another one, and then was good, but still was something not that. Then he met a third one. Then he thought that she has that, she has this. Okay, this is the perfect one for me. But they didn't end up together. Why? Because the woman was also looking for a perfect man.
There's no such thing as perfection.
Obviously.
If they are perfect for you, that's,
Because life is a permanent choice and you cannot have it all. So you always have to see what you want the most and what is your priorities. And if the person gathers 80% of what you want, believe me, you are happy. Because if you want the 90 and the 100, you will get old and become a quarter value, and you cannot have, because you still search for what you cannot reach.
It's true. Just one last thing. I'm with a girl. We don't know where it goes, but I have a shot with her. What else can you really ask? Really? And she's beautiful, and she's. We've only known each other for a short period of time, but I'm hopeful. And would I do this again? Yeah. That's all you really can ask is to have a chance at something that's special. And as long as you believe in it and want to make the best possible outcome, everything's possible.
Secret life, no reverie.